Hi everyone, my name is Humberto and I am the co-founder of Unthink Digital Marketing. We are an inbound marketing and branding um, hybrid agency. What for those of you that don't know, a hybrid agency is actually a small, it's a team. It's typically a small team that works with both full-time and contract employees with a combination of valued skill sets from within different parts of internet marketing. Um, on top of being a hybrid, because we have a combination of contractors and full time employees and partner companies that provide us with certain tools, we are also considered a hybrid agency because we actually deliver a ton of different services without actually atomizing and providing individual services to clients. Um, we provide a sort of all-in-one marketing package for all our small business clients. Instead of you having to pay for a website or logos, branding efforts, social media, content creation, blogging, videos, etc., with Unthink Marketing, you can take advantage of having a month-to-month payment bundle marketing plan, so that we, as professionals, as MBAs, programmers, and creative artists, we do what is necessary for the business every single month, evaluating what's working, what is not, trashing what's not, and improving what it is. And that way, every month we're doing something to grow that brand. And that's why we're considered a hybrid agency. With us, a typical client will get a website for free versus you having to pay for it on your own, including basic logo design, the business card design, etc. And then from then we do it. We technically do them for free because it helps us provide a better value. So instead of us losing clients or you losing opportunity, we decided to provide that at no cost, simply for the fact that it does help us create the value and deliver better results to our clients. Today, I'm actually going to be talking about web design. If you're a business owner, if you are, or just anyone that is currently looking to get a website done, um, this episode is actually focused on some basic pointers that I would like for you to consider whenever you build a website for yourself or you hire somebody to do a website for you. Hopefully, this helps you have a much better product once everything is built. Nowadays we live in an online world, and this world is dominated by content and community. The content management, the engagement, social media management. We live in an online world, and this online world, whether we like it or not, this social media has made both personal and commercial brand a 24/7 experience for everybody. So whether you like it or not, you're being judged. Your company's being judged. Your products are being judged. Your online presence, regardless of what it is, what you have, where you have it, it's out there, and it's out there for people to find, and it's constantly being found. So a website should play this constant existence, this live streaming of just anybody being able to find it, the serendipity of exposure, and in a way that is actually generating new sales, generating new leads, versus actually just having a website that just sits there as if it was a digital business card. It just sits there with information that only you think it's important, and the customer, the client, potential buyers, that they don't see any value in it. A website is one of the basic tools that you as a business should have, regardless of what business you're in, regardless of what your goal is, regardless of anything. Everybody that is trying to grow a business should have a website. And so that's what this episode is about. Having a website that actually sells and leverages that social networking 24/7 experience, so that you can tell better stories, so that you can publish pictures, articles, your opinions, updates, and little by little tell a story, tell a piece of a story that is essentially what creates a brand, and then leveraging it so that you can become a thought leader, an industry leader, because of all the information, the content that you're providing. And like I said, the website is the first step. So this hopefully helps you have a much better website design, a better product when it comes to having a website creation. Um, you know, but enough of that. Today, in order for me to share some of the pointers, some tips. Actually, I'm going to use another company as example. It is one of the companies that I have been privileged to help from the ground up. And this is a cleaning company, and I chose this not only because I have access to everything that they do, but also because it serves as a good example that it doesn't matter the industry, you can make something happen with inbound marketing. Now, if you're not too aware of or keen on how competitive how the cleaning industry works, it's not just something that certain people do, or that it's a very low pay type of business, or that it's only something the freelancers can do from time to time. It's a very competitive industry. It has a very low barrier to entry, meaning that it's so cheap, and it's relatively extremely easy to start, and thus it allows for many people, many walks of life, many budgets to actually start a cleaning business. And 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 the way that you market is infinite. So this company is it's a very good example of what digital marketing can do for you. Instead of competing with everybody else and trying to get the same type of customers, people that are trying to get trying to squeeze every penny out of the cleaner, this company has used inbound marketing to find certain types of clients, certain types of people that um, are insightful enough and acknowledge the value that a good cleaning company can provide, depending on your lifestyle. So, you know, this company is called Honest Mates. This company was started about 2 years ago, and um, it started out of Phoenix, Arizona. Now this company is now in many different in various cities in different states. I'm recording, so keep it low, eh? Um, so I'm gonna use this website as example so that you can get some pointers of what a good web design can do for you. Um, so looking at this website, you can tell that it's very simple. It doesn't look like your typical web design. Going back to, for example, our website, that it's a scroll down. And this is what a lot of websites look like. This the Honest Mates main website. They have multiple websites, as I'll show you right now. They have various websites, but this main website was done this way for a reason. Um, the design is meant to give you a sense of homey feeling, a more relaxed environment, and something that you can feel that is a lot less commercial than what other cleaning companies would offer. Um, Going down to the name. Now, I'm gonna refresh the page, and when you refresh the page, when you first come to the page, you'll see that you get this banner on the top that unfolds, and it catches your attention. They're using it for seasonal offers, which is a very very good opportunity, and they're taking advantage of it very very good. Um, and the fact that it unfolds, it creates a sort of banner that catches your attention, similar to what a billboard will do on the freeway. They have this call to action at the top, and you want to have a good description and a call to action. A call to action is something that gives you, the visitor, the potential buyer, a reason to want to submit something, want to download, want to give a call. In this case, they have a very simple call to action. Just with the eco-friendly green simple cleaning, and reserve with a simple call. Now, if you were to visit this website on the phone, I'm gonna reduce this so you can see what it would look like on the phone, or a tablet. This phone number is actually clickable. This phone number is clickable, which is very good, because if you're calling, if you're visiting from a cell phone, you can click it and you can text or call it. That helps conversion. It helps people to obviously just call instead of having to navigate through the website. They can just give a click to call. One other thing that it does is that it tells Google that this string of numbers is actually a phone number, and I'll talk about this a little more later. But little things like this, little details that lets Google know what each thing within a website is, it benefits Google, and it allows Google to provide better search results, which means that if you provide this type of helpful heads up to Google, your website little by little will be prioritized over other websites that are poorly designed. So if for those of you that have done websites of your own, and you're not a web designer, you're not a programmer, it's one of the things that you miss out when you do it yourself. You may have a website that looks okay, but it's a website that Google will never share with the rest of the world because Google is in the business of providing good search results. That's their product. And if you cannot help it, if you have a poorly designed website or a website that is just not well designed on the back, Google is not going to use it in their results, aka the product. So, that's one of the things that you miss out when you do a website yourself. Having little things like this help a lot. Another thing here that they did different, and this is something I encourage every business to do, is to consider different ways to sell your product. As you can see, cleaning is a service based, it's not a digital, it's not a virtual or a physical, tangible product that you can buy and get shipped. But that didn't stop this company to decide to do business differently, and one of them was to have available prepaid packages. Now, if you've hired a cleaning company before, this means that they don't have to send somebody to your house to get a quote. They don't have to um, know the condition of the house. They figured out that it's up to them as the business to find ways to be profitable while making it as affordable as possible for the everyday consumer, um, the working family, the family that commutes, the family that lives paycheck to paycheck. They are trying to build a service, a business across the country for that type of family. So one of the things that they did is like they just have fixed prices that are regardless of the condition of the house, regardless of what it is, that it's up to us to make it profitable. And so they offer the flat fees, no strings attached, no hidden cost, and you can pre-order them. So if you were to click on a package on a house description, you will be taken to, let's wait here, to a page that has the different sizes. Apartments in the house, 3 bedroom, 2 bath, blah blah blah. And I guess they figured that there's not gonna be the average house much bigger than the 3 by 3. So in this page, just for your sake, I would recommend having clearer images. They look a little blurry. Going back to the main page, excuse me. One of the things that do want to mention is that, as you can see here, regardless of your website, I do recommend that you have your main information, content, your copywriting, everything that you think will convince a visitor to call, to download, to buy, or to continue further from this page should be within the main landing page of the screen. That means that a visitor should not have to scroll down any further to get more information. Everything that they need should be in the landing page. From you can see, they have social media, they have about HM, other services that they offer, different states outside of Arizona, and if you want to read reviews, you can click there. So they have a little bit of everything depending on the person that you are. They have their catchphrase right here, clean living goodness in the image. The image is high definition. As you can tell, it's not a cell phone picture. It's not pixelated. It's a professionally done image, and they have their logo embedded in there. You can tell here that they offer 10% discount for new customers, and that they also do Airbnb. One of the things that they're doing here is they're leveraging the market for Airbnb owners that have that in their business. They have the redundancy right here, Airbnb rental homes. They have a 200% satisfaction. That's really good. And their social media banners up here. Now, as far as the design goes, talking about the little details, the things that you do to help Google is, for example, if you shrink this to font size, you can tell that things adjust to the screen size. So there's one break, and the way you test the website is you see when things change. Right there's a break, and that's where a tablet size will probably be. And so this is what a tablet size website will look like. So consider that, again, it's one of the things that Google recognizes in the code as flexible, and that helps your website being given as a result by Google. If you don't do that, you're losing clients just for that. You should definitely consider getting your website rebuilt. Um, so that's one of the things that you could that you know that helps Google. Another thing that you should have, and every website should have, is if we're on Google right here, we will get this right clicking, we'll get the inspect option. This gives us a little glimpse of what the front end code. Now I say front end because every website has two sides. Sometimes technically there's more, but for simplicity's sake, you have the front end and the back. Now with the front end, the front end code is typically what determines what the style of the font, the sizes, the colors, what that will look like. Um, and so taking a quick glimpse at the front end, you can see here that this image is highlighted right here. Image source. This is where you can find the image in the server. And what they did is they give Google or Bing or Yahoo, any search engine out there, DuckDuckGo, in a description of what the images is for. And you can do sentences, you can do keywords, but you should tell the search engines what type of image or a hint of what the image is for. And that's because Google cannot see what this image is unless we tell it, right? Google doesn't know what this image is unless we tell it. Same thing with all this. All it knows is it's an image file. The way we do that is by giving it an alternate description text. An alternate description is right here. Alternate equals, and then within the parentheses you have a series of keywords that convey to Google what this image is about. Now, a better way could have been done combining both keywords, and a sentence and a smaller, a shorter string of keywords instead of so many keywords like that. But that works as well because at least something is being done. If we inspect this other one, you'll see that this is a sentence instead of keywords. That's good as well. So little things like that help Google know that what kind of website this is. Content, the words, everything that you use to start giving Google an idea. But there's a lot of other things on the back end that you need to do so that Google actually promotes your website. You might have heard of SEO, search engine optimization. Search engine is something like Google. Optimization is as it sounds. You're improving something so that it comes out better. It improves the results, your chances of being shown by search engines. And having content is one of them. Content can be videos, blogs, how-tos, tutorials, just written content. But giving alternate descriptions is another, and you definitely need to have them. If we go down to this page, you'll see that there's more. Now you can see there's a definite play of sizes. You have different sizes, and that's because Google prioritizes sizes and the text, and that's how it knows what a website or what a page is about. You have the H1. If we go back to inspect, you'll see that this, for example, may be like an H2 or H3, and that's how Google knows that this is important, but it's not as important as what may be up here or what may be all together. So everything is a smaller size, simply so that, let's see here, so that excuse me, so that Google knows that there's content. It's important, but it's not definitely something to be categorized specifically for. Now, if we were to go to another page, you'll see here. Let's go to other services. Let's go to reviews. Now on reviews, again, you have the title. This is pretty cool. So there's a video, so it makes the website a little more entertaining. You have a website with videos and images. It definitely helps people to want to explore more of your website. There's a lot of content, and so reviews are good to have in your website because again it provides more content that you don't have to write yourself. And if you categorize them as reviews, if you tag them as reviews, it actually tells Google that this is not just a text that is talking about something; it's actually a review. So it lets Google know that it's a good business. And the more you have, the better. A combination of images is good to have because images like these can be pinned images like this can be pinned to Pinterest. So so if I was the owner of this website, I would pin this link, this web page, and this image to Pinterest, and I would describe it as something like Honest Maid's Home Advisor top rated in blank city. Then I will do the same thing for this. I will maybe pin the video as well. So having images, images within a website, within a page, helps you market a lot better because you can use those images in social networks that allow only images. And then a call to action. So as you can see, this is a review page, but one thing that I want you to recognize is that every single page in your website, every single page, should be considered a sales page and a lead generation at a minimum. It's good. As you can see here, it's pretty cool that they added this share to Facebook and Twitter. You should definitely have that as well, as much as possible, but non-intrusive. It has to feel organic. It has to feel that it belongs to the page. Otherwise, you're actually hurting yourself. Now, if we go back all the way down to the bottom of the page, you'll see that they have another big call to action. A request for value. Give us a call, and this appears because I'm actually logged in to the backend, so it's giving me options if I want to do some changes. But you will not typically see this in the website as a visitor. But you'll see that they give a form. Give a number of bedrooms, houses, the house information, etc. See, they are reinforcing their business model. We don't ask about square footage because you shouldn't be charged that way. So they made it a little friendly, a little more casual. It's a casual business, and they definitely want you to feel that way when you're visiting their website. So consider that when you're designing your own website. And the form, so you get to request it. Again, this phone number is clickable. In this case, I don't want it to do anything. And they're letting you know they're in the BBB, that this is it's a safe website to be used if you want to purchase something. The reviews you read above can be also in the Yelp page. So they're letting you know they're also in Yelp. So this is definitely a business, a company that is trying to build a presence online and is using their website very efficiently. Now let's go to About HM. So like I said, this is a very simple website, simple design, but there's a purpose. So a lot of you may go for something that looks cool. It's a website, a design that has cool images or it has some sort of like cool feature. Sometimes it's important to realize that your business may not need flashy things. It needs content and it's important information, things that make a visitor's experience in your website a fun one, and something that if you have a good design, you're going to increase your conversion rate. Now I'll go a little more into what a conversion rate is after we go over this page. Now this page is about HM, so technically an about us page. An about us page again should be considered a sales page like every other page, but you have to serve a purpose. So they're talking about the business. They're talking, they give some pointers about what makes them better, and their service features about Honest Maids of Arizona. And as you can see, they're working their SEO. Again, the search engine optimization. They're working that. They included the owner name. They included description of what they do, the service features. And essentially, these are long tail. These are sentences that Google can find if you were to type this sentence. There's chances that this combination of sentences will show this website. And on this other page, actually, I search Honest Maids alone, and you can see what all the multiple websites that they have, and I guarantee you that every single page has a combination of this right here, redundancy. SEO is about redundancy and frequency without overdoing it, because Google does punish for having the same keyword phrase a lot if it makes no sense. Google is a technology company that invests in creating software that actually learns to read and recognizes patterns and recognizes as close as possible what is organic reading and what is not. So if you're just cramming your website with keywords and keywords and keywords, Google is going to find out and it's actually going to stop showing your website little by little until it just doesn't show it at all. It's very common It's coming up. You know, we it's a recognized punishment that we programmers and developers know, even if the consumer doesn't generally know that. But again, it's one of the things that if you're building a website for yourself, you might have heard SEO and keywords. So your mind may go, I'm just gonna cram it. I'm just gonna cram it with as many keywords as possible. I'm telling you right now that it's a horrible idea. Going back down to the page, we can see that they have content and they're talking about us. You know, they're talking about the page. They're talking about what makes us different. And again, they're playing with the sizes. They're playing with not only getting your attention, but letting Google know what's important and what's not. They want to know what's different. That people search for better companies. That they have friendlier staff, improve. Um, this is a link. It would be nice if it was actually um, uh, uh, underscored and with an underline so that you can tell that it's a link and you know how to and you know that you need to click it. I the only reason why I need to click it is because if you can see the cursor change. So there's a list of things. Um, what makes us different? What makes this company different? What makes us different? So this is pretty cool. Again, Pinterest. This is Pinterest friendly. An image and letting you know something about cleaning and how it affects kids. That's pretty cool. And then a video. Enjoy this video too. Again, adding more to the experience. This is a very, very good website. Very well designed. Even though the style is different and there's a lot of text, it definitely makes it friendlier and fun to go about. It looks like all their phone numbers are clickable. That's pretty cool. And again, the BBB, find out what makes us, find out how affordable we are. Click here for express booking. Again, simple call to action. Click here for express booking. Let's click there. Let me go back and close this page. Let's go back to this one. And a landing page. It takes you to a landing page. This is really cool. So a landing page, I can tell it's a landing page because this is a very simple design. It has one specific purpose. Book now, and it takes you down to booking. There is no navigating away from the website. There is no navigating anywhere else. There's no menu. It's a landing page that tells you what they do, and it walks you down through a simple, convincing effort, and letting you know reserve will return. You know they're letting you know, but they're 100% guarantee. If you're not happy, they're gonna return and clean it all. Instead of just cleaning that one spot, they're gonna clean the entire space. That's pretty cool. Reserve my home cleaning, so it's simple, as you can tell. Google knows that this is me logged into Google to my using Chrome, so they're assuming that I want to start filling this out for myself. Um, but anyway, so this is pretty cool. It takes you to a landing page. Let's go back to this page and a flexible pricing for support, a little more about them, and then again the call to action: schedule with us. This actually takes you to a different page, but a different tab, but it's the same page. So that's pretty cool. Now with SEO, let's go back to SEO. I wanted to mention the SEO purposes, and as you can tell, they have a lot of content here. Um, and what you want to do is you want to have links. Like for example, this is a sentence that was turned into a link. This is good for a website because if you're telling Google that this particular sentence, this string of words, has to do with something. So, for example, if you were to have a very important website or a very, very, very followed, well liked, with a ton of visitors, a ton of clicks, a ton of shares, you know, a blogger that has a lot of following, and that blogger adds a short description or mentions your website or mentions something about you and then includes a link pointing back to your website, it would be amazing as far as SEO goes. But if that same blogger, if that same news article, magazine, whatever if that other website was to highlight and make a full sentence description link back to your website, that will be even better because now Google has a much better idea of what this high authority third website has to do with you because they have selected an entire sentence that obviously says something and that is pointing back to you. So you being the influencer of an influencer and Google getting better idea of what kind of influence you have over that influencer will definitely help your SEO. So that's something that is definitely worth trying. Um, Now another thing that they do for, again, website purposes is, and talking about basics that you need to have, is we talked about this. We talked about having the alternative keywords, and I mean there's a lot more to it than what I'm going to mention today. But another thing that you should consider is having landing pages. Now I handle the landing pages for this company, but as you can tell, they have multiple websites. There's a particular website dedicated for El Paso, Texas, and this website is different. They did it with an intention that they're not going for a friendly service, casual approach to a competitive market. They're going for more of a professional look in this particular market. So assuming that they have a reason for that, we're not gonna go into that. You can tell that they did the exact same thing. You can get all the information of the business and hopefully get encouraged to call or request a quote without you having to scroll any further. If you scroll any further down, it's more of a reinforcement of who the company is and what they do for you. So we're gonna scroll down and you can tell that again they provided content, and this website this is not clickable, so they need to do that. And they need to switch this to be clickable. It looks like this phone number is clickable, so maybe that was just something they forgot. And again, they highlight a link and they made it into a clickable sentence. Just click on that and see where it takes us. It looks like it's another landing page. This is another landing page. Again, same thing. You can tell it's a landing page because it has a single purpose. It's letting you know that they're here to serve. There's a phone number. Here's some reviews. You know, call us back or request a call. Um, Request a quote. This is pretty cool. It's nice and simple. I like the flow. But as you can tell, there's a lot of different styles, and no style is wrong or right as long as it's well planned. And that's honestly all that Google cares about. There's this other page, and this page is identical as this one, almost, and it looks like anyway. But this is a free standalone website. This domain is actually madeofphoenix.com. This one is honestmatesofElPaso.com, and this one is honestmates.co. This website, again, we go back to the Mates of Phoenix website, and you can tell this one is the same market, but for the people that are the consumer that may not be looking for something so friendly and casual, they don't want to lose that market, so they're offering you the opportunity to find this website, which offers a more professional flow to it. It's not so casual. Um, it's not as casual as the other one. They provide tips. They provide information again on a list. This will probably look a lot better if it was white. Being that it's a link, I think this is why it's showing up as blue. Let's inspect this real quick. It may be actually white, but the link makes it blue. So color 000. Yeah, so this was actually intended to be black. As you can see, it got moved, it changed over, it got overwritten by this, and now because it's a link, it looks like the styling of this website is telling it to override everything, and that every link will be this Turkish color, and that's why this phone number down here is also Turkish color. It was initially told to be black, and then on, let's see, for every paragraph, every content has to be black. The decoration for this particular string was said to be this color, a slightly shade of black, but the overall written code told it that nope, sorry, every single link, anything that is clickable, is this color, and that's so they may not have much to do. They may not be able to do much with this, but just deal with it. They're offering the 200% satisfaction. They have um, more reviews, and this one is clickable. If we see down here, you can actually see at the bottom right here that is taking you to Yelp. You see the little that this is a link, and again that's why it's that Turkish color. So it does take you to Yelp. They don't have that many reviews, but it looks like every single review is actually very good. So good for them. It looks like that Phoenix market doesn't have that many reviews. And again, let's close this real quick. And they have a call to action, request a hassle-free quote. Um, they have another about us, trying to convince more, drive that home, and the money back guarantee badge, and call us. This is a very, very well designed website, and well, obviously, it was done by us. Um, so I don't wanna take much more of your time. I wanted to give you quick pointers on what to look for in a website, what to have your web designer do for you, and how a website should really work for your business. Now, remember that when you do a website, you need to drive it home with content. Like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, of this episode, a social media and branding is a 24/7 experience, and you can either let people make an assumption of you, or you can help that assumption in that branding effort by driving content. You can you can maintain and build a strong brand that aligns with the corporate brand if you let your employees share about the business. If you encourage your teammates, your vendors to share pictures about your process, share pictures of your work, share images or videos or just their thoughts about what they think about you. If you give your extended network for your business the opportunity to share about you online, that drives content, that drives to the effort of creating a brand. You can also create tremendous value online by creating your multimedia content such as blog posts, videos, and just generally present information with a high degree of transparency. Things obviously promote videos and blogs and how to's, etc., in a very transparent way that is meant to actually be helpful for those that are reading it. Um, and Another thing that you could do is once you have that content created online, once your website has a flow, once you create really good value for visitors, whether they hire you or not, you can drive all that through the use of social media. You can, with social media, you use it to reach, you use it to influence, and to engage with the key demographic, the key audiences that your businesses would would most likely be of greater value. And that's how you find the better customers and then stay away from the not so good customers to have. Um, and over time, if you can create good content, you'll see that you can become a resource for journalists and for other bloggers, and then over time build really good relationships with them so that you can start being featured by them, being included in their mail list, and being considered again thought leaders, and industry leaders, and professionals within your field. And a web design and the content, the structure is the first step to get there. So hopefully this video helps you and allows you to grow a business through more sustainable steps, more sustainable efforts. And if you have any questions, if you want us to do something for you, whether it's marketing, branding, evaluating your website, making quick improvements to your website depending on your budget, consider us here. I don't think we are a small business. We are a hybrid agency that works specifically with small businesses, new businesses that have very limited budgets. We try to make every penny go as far as possible when it comes to our customers. And so here's another, redundant and driving home of what I just mentioned. We live in an online world dominated by content and community. And whether you like it or not, social media has made branding a 24/7 experience. Organizations that want to grow must adopt the changes and see inbound marketing as a bare necessity rather than a luxury or an optional effort. Digital marketing is a must. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. My name again is Humberto Valle. I am the founder of Unthink, and you can reach out to us on email, on phone call, or just Google us and see and find any content about other helpful tips that we have created for you. Thank you. Bye bye.